everybody, Esteban here from Gohisu Shodo Studio, and if you have followed me on the website, you probably know that I actually practiced Japanese calligraphy for 10 years before I had a teacher. And when I finally met my teacher, Maki sensei, I went to see her at her house for the first time. I was kind of nervous and I wanted to make an impression, so I brought with me my 10 best pieces, or what I thought at the time were my best work. She looked them over, she wasn't impressed, and I kept explaining what I did. I kept trying to explain her what I chose to brush, what I wanted to brush. I wanted to tell her what the calligraphy meant, although I don't think that she needed help figuring out what the calligraphy meant because she was Japanese, so she could read it. But again, I was trying to make an impression because I really wanted her to accept me as a student. And she was looking them over. Every once in a while, she would pass it to her husband to show him my work, and I just sat there waiting for her to say something. And then she eventually said, "These are good," and I was happy. It made me smile. I thanked her, and then she said that I had good energy, and that also made me smile because I was happy to hear that my calligraphy had in a way some sort of reflection of my Aikido training or my martial arts training. But then she said, "You need to learn how to write," and that's what I'm here for. I come to this because eventually I learned about the concept of BOKKI, and specifically through the book Zen and the Art of Calligraphy by Omori Sogen and Kazujo Teroyama. They're the ones who wrote the book, and the book is translated by John Stevens. I actually made a review of that book in a previous video, and I'll post the link down below in case you want to check it out. And it's a great book, and like I said on the review, it's not available for sale as new because it's not in print anymore, but you can get it secondhand. Sometimes a little too expensive, sometimes it's cheap, it depends. I also made another video where I explained what KIAI meant in regards to martial arts, especially in Aikido, so I'll post the link of that video as well in case you're wondering what KIAI means. But KIAI means physical action with ki energy, and the ki energy is basically the energy of the universe. It is our life force. Basically, it's our internal energy, our spirit. Ki is what in Chinese is known as qi. So it's that internal energy, your life force, your vitality. And KIAI is that harmonization of that ki energy with a physical action. In martial arts, it is manifested through a yell. In calligraphy, however, it is manifested as BOKKI. BOKKI is composed by the kanji of boku and the kanji of ki. So basically would mean the key of the ink. And the idea is that you can transmit, again, your spirit, your insight, your emotions into the paper through the ink. In the book of Omori Sogen and Teroyama, they actually took a few pieces of Yamaoka Teshu's calligraphies. Yamaoka Teshu is a famous calligrapher, Zen master, and they were enhancing or magnifying some of his calligraphy microscopically, almost like 50,000 times. And they could see the ink particles of the carbon of the ink behave a certain way depending on his status of his training. So for example, they magnified the calligraphy before it's considered that he achieved samadhi or enlightenment, and after he achieved samadhi. So the ink particles of the BOKKI before he achieved samadhi, Teroyama and Sogen, they describe it as sloppy or weak or inert, like there wasn't a lot of energy in those ink particles. However, when they look at it, his calligraphy or his BOKKI after he had achieved enlightenment or samadhi, they describe it as strong and powerful and a lot of life energy into the calligraphy, and they attribute that to the fact that he had achieved samadhi, he achieved enlightenment because of his sitting meditation and his practice. So this idea that your energy can be seen or felt through your ink, or the ink will carry this. So when someone sees your calligraphy, they can feel it, they can see your energy, and they were trying to prove it by enhance it microscopically and see the ink particles and be like, yeah, I can see that. That is a very interesting idea. And it made me think of what Maki Sensei said when she saw my work for the first time. What she said was, you have a lot of energy. Or maybe she didn't see it, but she felt it. The calligraphy itself felt it. What I wanted to get into this video is that calligraphy can have a lot of energy, can be powerful, but it may also be not very visually appealing because someone may be lacking technique, the composition, and so on and so forth. But also calligraphy can be visually appealing because someone has a lot of technique, the kanjis are perfect, but it might be inert, might be lifeless because they don't have a lot of emotion. They haven't put their energy into it. The idea is to merge both the technique with KIAI into a calligraphy so that you can ultimately and truly manifest yourself into the paper. That's how you create masterpieces. So this is just a little video talking about the concept of BOKKI, and I'm gonna post the links down below in case you want to check out all those videos. And again, that's what I have for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.